Hi, I'm Julia Alexander, and this is Be Informed. It's Black History Month, and I have a series of Black entrepreneurs, business people that I will be interviewing on today. I happen to have with me a phenomenal young lady on today, and we're going to introduce you to her right now. Hello.
Hello, Julia.
How are you?
Good.
All right, could you tell the listening audience who you are and what you do?
Absolutely.
Okay.
My name is Attorney Colette Safford. I am an attorney here in Joliet at Oderkirk Allred & Associates. I'm located at 58 East Clinton Street, Suite 500, right upstairs on the 5th floor.
Okay, Colette, and now that you have that information, let's find out a little bit about Colette. Colette, we want to know, who are you? Where do you come from? Do you have children? Are you married? Tell us your life. Tell us a little bit about you.
Sure, Julia.
Okay.
So I'm born and raised in Chicago.
Uh-huh.
I went to school there. I've been a Will County resident since 2011.
Okay.
I describe myself as multifaceted.
Absolutely. Okay.
The reason I say that is, as I stated before, I am a licensed attorney here in Illinois. Prior to that, I did work as a licensed funeral director and embalmer. I also come from the real estate world and also the business world.
Okay, wow.
Besides that, I am an avid sports fan.
Wow.
I love to travel.
Okay.
I do have a family. I do have a husband and kids here that support me.
Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. Okay.
So both my parents are from Chicago.
Okay.
They've been married for 52 years.
Wow.
My father is a combat veteran from Vietnam, Marine. That's near and dear to my heart. They are here local in Chicago. I am the first attorney from my family, so I do stand on my parents' shoulder. And in a sense, I try to live the life that they would have been able to live through myself.
Your passion for veterans, because your father, if I may say,
Sure.
he was in Vietnam, and he was one of the, I don't know if I want to call it victim of the Agent Orange. So
Sure.
explain that to me. And that sparked a passion with you for veterans?
Sure, that
Okay.
absolutely did. It actually started at a young age. My father did suffer from post-traumatic stress most of my childhood.
Okay.
So it was there that I learned to be empathetic, to be compassionate, and I also developed my love for the veterans there because I realized the sacrifice my father made at a really young age. He was drafted into the Marines when he was 19.
Wow.
And he was on his way to college. So unfortunately, the horrors of war, the scars were very long and deep for him. So he was not able to fully realize his potential when he did return.
Wow.
Yeah. So some of the community service projects I do is Wheels for Heroes. I was doing that through the Chicago Bar Association. And the other thing that I do is that if there is a veteran that needs my assistance, I do offer discounted services for veterans as well. That's one of the ways that I like to give back to the veterans.
Okay, well, speaking needing your assistance, so they couldn't get those assistance if they couldn't get in contact with you. So give them that information first of all.
Sure. So you can reach me here at the office. The telephone number is 815-740-1700. And just ask for Colette.
Okay. Now, Colette, I know that you are an attorney, and I know that you cover several areas. Let's talk a little bit about the areas that you cover in your law work.
Sure.
Practice.
So one of those areas is civil. So when
Okay.
you hear civil, that can be a bunch of things.
Okay.
So I like to describe it as that when you have a dispute with someone that you can't resolve, then I will represent you or I will defend you in litigation.
Okay.
Now that may include landlord-tenant. So if you have an issue with a landlord, or if you are a landlord and you need assistance, that would be something that I can help you with.
All right.
If you're being sued for a debt, if someone owes you money, that's something else that I can assist you with as well. The other thing is just tort claims. A tort claim I would describe as that you've done some wrong to a person or their property, or someone has done that to you or your property. And in that situation too, I can defend or prosecute that claim. Here at Oderkirk and Allred, we have a phenomenal team.
Okay.
We have two real estate attorneys that handles real estate transactions.
Okay.
And we also have two great family law attorneys. One is Bob Oderkirk and the other is Megan Trock. So even though that I don't practice in a family law group, even if you were to call me, I'll be able to assist you and set up a consultation with either Megan or Bob or one of our two real estate attorneys, Tom and Nick. And besides that, I have a great partner in Leslie Allred.
Okay.
So she and I does the criminal practice together as well as the DCFS investigation. And even with all the great attorneys, we have a great support staff. And a lot of the things that we do here would not be possible for the love and dedication of our support staff to make sure that we're at our best and have everything we need when we go to court to advocate for our clients.
Absolutely. Well, you sound like a pretty strong team, and you cover every area. Absolutely, cover every area. So once they come in here, if they have any other problems, they need not look anywhere else.
And that's absolutely true. In every person that comes through our doors, we welcome them into a part of our family. So we don't look at them as a client. We kind of look at it as a family. We have relationships that have been here established for years. We have a great referral base here. So I do think that speaks volume to our reputation and our dedication to the services. So, and you're absolutely right. We do have a full service practice here that covers everything that you can imagine. We have great experienced people here that'll be able to get it done.
Yeah, awesome.
The other component of my practice also is DCFS investigations. And what that entails is that oftentimes with a DCFS investigation, it can start from just a simple hotline call. So, and oftentimes the families, that's their first interaction with DCFS. It can be pretty scary. You're facing potential separation from your children. So I also offer services in DCFS litigation as well, where I will represent the parent or parents plural in a DCFS investigation. And sometimes not even a parent. It can be someone that is alleged perpetrator. It could be a guardian. It could be a daycare worker. Could it be babysitter, brother and sister. So yeah, I provide those services as well.
Well, she provide an array of services. So once again, Colette, if someone wanted to reach out to you and they needed your services, please give them a number that they can call you.
So the number again is 815-740-1700. And then the other thing that I often tell people is that when you call an attorney, you should also interview them just as well. You want to make sure that the attorney is responsive to phone calls, that the attorney is ethical, that the attorney has the skills and knowledge to try to help you get what you're looking to do.
Wow, that's awesome. I've never heard anyone say that, but that's awesome. But you're also right.
Yeah.
You're also right.
And then additional, you want an attorney that has compassion.
Yeah.
And I believe that my work as a funeral director and a bomber, it has given me a very unique experience to learn how to forge relationships immediately, to earn trust right away with the public, to work under tight deadlines and high stress volume, and just to also be able to talk to people that at the highest social class, and even also be able to provide the same dignity and care for people at the lower end of our social class as well.
And I know that you'll make them comfortable through all
of
that. That's one of the things. Well, is there anything else at this point, Colette, that we didn't cover that you would like to share with the listening audience?
Well, the other thing that I will want to share with the audience is that oftentimes when you're facing a lawsuit, I mean, it can be scary. You never know what's going to happen. You may be facing loss of income, loss of property, loss of relationships. But it's also important to get help right away. Oftentimes you don't want to wait to engage an attorney until so much has happened, because it's a lot of work and effort to undo. But certainly you want to always consult with an attorney. If you ever want to call me here, I have consultations that we can do over the phone or in person at no cost to you. And even if it's an area that I can assist you with, that I'll do my best to point you in the right direction to be able to get some help and people that can assist you.
Yes. Well, you heard Miss Colette. Give her a call. If you know anyone that needs her service, please reach out to her. Give her a call. Don't wait until it's overwhelming. Get it done right away. I thank you, Colette, once again. And you look beautiful, by the way. Well, I want to thank Miss Diane Harris of It Is Amazing for dressing me for this interview today. I think you did a wonderful job, and I thank you so much for that. And then when you spoke of services, I want to also thank you for your office for volunteering for including you.
Yeah.
The fundraising event last year, you guys came out in numbers and you performed very well, and I am so proud of what you all did. So I know you volunteer as well.
Yeah,
so.
and thank you, Julia.
Yeah.
And that was an equally fulfilling
Yeah.
experience for us as
Good.
well. It's very important, even with the work that we do here at Odekirk and Allred, that we like to give back to the community because we feel that that's an important for the community to receive back what they have poured into our office. And I thought that that event, and you did a phenomenal job.
Well, thank you.
Was great to see that some of the urban arts and entertainment was here right in downtown Joliet to include all of the residents of the city. So we look forward here at Odekirk and Allred helping for the years to come. We want to keep including you going on. And service is very important here at Odekirk and Allred. We do a lot of volunteer work throughout the year, whether it's breast cancer, whether it's at the Morning Star Mission services. So we like to give back and be a part of the community.
Wow, that's awesome. It's awesome. You have a law firm that not only supply your needs, but also give back to the community through charitable works and donations. And I think that's awesome because it makes a big statement about who you guys are and how much you care about the people that you're servicing and maybe not servicing.
Right.
But how much you care about your city and about the people that live in it. So once again, thank you so very much.
Thank you, Julia.
And God bless you.
Same to you.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Hi, and now I'm here with Mr. Newton Hood and Mr. Scott Taborn. They are owners and proprietor of the up-and-coming restaurant located right here in New Lenox. And Scott's going to tell us the name of that restaurant. And what is that name, Scott?
It's the Irish Pig.
It is the Irish Pig. For some reason, I couldn't think of that. But anyway, we're going to talk a little bit about the Irish Pig and what they offer and when they're going to open. And we want you guys to go out there and get some of that pig. Hi, Newton. How are you?
I'm doing good.
All right. Thank you so much for doing the interview with me today. Let's talk a little bit about the Irish Pig. Well, first talk about your business and how you got with Mr. Taborn and how you guys collaborated together.
Well, I met Scott about 7 years ago.
Okay.
And in the food business, as I said, I had business in the suburbs before. And, you know, he fell in love with my food.
That's Scott. That's Scott, right?
You're right. So, you know, I was a regular customer there, and over the years we developed that relationship.
Okay.
You know, he does mechanic work, so when I call, anything happens, I call him up, he said, yes, bring it.
Okay.
So, you know, it's from there on. And then as time goes on, I was getting a little bit tired, you know, and I said, no, if I'm going to go back into it, I have to have someone to partner with. So when I'm not there, that person can be there because we need eyes. You know? And Jamaican by birth. This is what I love to do. I've been doing it for ages. Went to culinary school. Gourmet chef by profession. As I said before, I cooked for Queen Elizabeth, a team of us at the governor's mansion.
Queen Elizabeth.
Yes, worked with the governor in Jamaica, and then I worked on cruise ships for 5 years. So I travel quite a bit. So I love what I do. People eat with their eyes. So whatever we put out there, it's going to be tasty and, you know, very presentable.
Oh, awesome, awesome. So Scott, let me ask you. There was something about that food that drew you back.
Oh yes.
So what was your particular menu that kept drawing you back?
He's a great cook. You know, he cooks. We're gonna have a Caribbean menu added to our Irish Pig along with our barbecue.
Wow.
And his food is just tremendous. I mean, I ate it. I was there from work. I would go down there 3-4 times a week.
Wow.
And just try different things from his menu, and everything there was great. I just fell in love with his food, like he said.
Well, what I'd like to ask you guys, why the Irish Pig? Where did that name come from, and what?
It's an existing. I say it was an existing restaurant. You know, we stumbled across an existing restaurant, so decided changing everything. We decided to keep it. You know what it was, the Irish Pig.
Okay.
So we kept it the Irish Pig.
Okay.
And we're just adding to the menu, was bringing our culture to the menu.
Okay, so let's talk about some of that menu and what's going to be served in
And
that
if
menu.
I might add, the you know, they have a good clientele.
Mm-hmm.
So
okay.
if you change it, then it's going to throw people off. So we
That's
have
right.
to sort of keep the same
Keep the
thing,
same-
you know, and add to the menu.
Absolutely.
Right.
That's
And the Jamaican side, we are going to have my famous jerk chicken and the sauce, of course.
okay.
I won't tell her the secret.
We're gonna get that secret on you. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to have the jerk shrimp, jerk fish, you know,
Jerk fish,
yes,
okay.
escovitch fish, curry goat, which is a big seller, oxtail, curry chicken, you know, the Caribbean way
Yeah.
of it, the rice and beans, the
Yeah.
steamed cabbage,
Mhm.
and of course, I cook up very mean greens.
Oh, get out of
Yes.
here.
And my cornbread. My cornbread is
Well, that I will be
not
coming for. Really, I will be coming for that. So, what are you? You're gonna be opening when? Are you guys gonna open?
February 1st.
February 1st.
Yes.
And you are located where?
And New Lenox, 280 East Lincoln Highway.
280 East Lincoln High. Ribbon cutting for that occasion.
Yes,
Okay.
we're going to try to invite, you know, dignitaries in the area
Mhm.
to come and,
Absolutely.
share with us our new venture.
And everyone in the
Yeah.
area
Yes.
to come
Yes.
out. So you will
Yes.
be having like a taste.
Yes, yes.
You have the greens.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
I'll be there tasting that.
Yes.
How about you, Erica?
Yeah, you're gonna get hooked.
Okay,
yeah.
we'll be there
Yes,
tasting that.
yes, yes.
And let's find out a little bit more, Scott. Scott has on his apron. It's really, really nice.
Thank you.
An apron is just a cape
On back.
on backwards. Okay, all right. So that's what it is. So you have your apron on, you have your chef outfit on, and are these the outfits that the chef outfits that you guys will be wearing?
Throughout most of the time as well.
Yeah.
You know, we're gonna look, we're professional. We're gonna look professional. So we
Okay.
can, for professional from the top to the bottom.
Okay, now is the place? Is it a sit
Yes.
in,
Yes, it is.
eat and carry out as well?
Yes,
Carry out.
Okay.
And then we also have a first choice catering. We also do a lot of catering.
Right, that was
We cater a lot of
Right.
events, so
That's
you know,
what we-
it's gonna be first choice catering.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when all
Awesome.
your
Yeah,
events.
the formal event, the weddings, the family reunion,
Yeah.
the office events, formal,
Okay.
because as I'm gourmet chef by profession,
Wow.
so that's where we come in, and we cater for your needs, or tailor your budget accordingly. Yeah.
Well, you cater my budget.
Yeah.
You'll be doing. Okay. Well, let's talk a little bit more about the menu, Scott. Tell me.
Menu on the Irish Pig, like I said, already has a barbecue. It is a barbecue restaurant, so
Yeah.
we got some great Irish. The barbecue ribs. We're gonna add some barbecue chicken to the menu.
Okay.
We have some great corned beef right now. Some of the best corned beef and cabbage in town.
Wow.
And we got the Reuben sandwiches,
Wow.
the homemade Italian sandwich, Italian beef.
Okay.
That's gonna be homemade, made in house. The Italian beef sandwiches. We have a lot of specials. Just check what is on specials.
All right, and so are you guys doing the basic things like hamburgers, cheeseburgers, and
Yeah,
all
we
that?
have those on the menu.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Okay.
on the menu.
Okay.
And of course, they're there. We got the caged chicken fingers.
Right.
They have different flavors of wings.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And-
You
and-
were gonna say?
And the hamburgers we're going to make homemade, not the patties.
Oh,
We're gonna make-
really?
Oh yeah, everything's gonna be made homemade
Yeah.
in house.
That pure ground beef.
Yes.
Oh my
absolutely.
God.
Yeah, put a little touch in there of us, and then.
Wow, that's gonna be awesome. No soybeans, you guys.
No,
Just
no,
pure
no,
ground
yes,
beef.
It's gonna be good food.
Yes.
All
Get
right.
all natural food.
All
Yes.
right. Well, I am so looking forward to the Irish pig. I am looking forward to coming out and partaking in some of the delicacy that you guys are going to have
Look
there.
forward to it.
And so when you have your ribbon cutting, please let me know so that I can come out and film that for
Yes.
you guys.
And the restaurant seats 50 people, as it is right
50
now.
people.
As it is right now.
Okay, 50 people. So if you want to have a small party there, give them a
Absolutely.
call,
Yes, yes,
right?
yes, yeah.
And they will do that. If you need catering, give them a call.
Yes.
If you're just hungry, give them a
Yes,
call.
yes.
So once again, guys, let them know the address in where you're going to be.
Going to be the Irish Pig, opening February 1st, 280 East Lincoln Highway. That's in New Lenox.
Okay, and tell them your name,
I'm Scott Tabor.
and you are
Newton Hood.
Scott Tabor, right? and Newton Hood. So walk into the Irish Pig and ask for one of these guys and tell them Julia sent you, and then I can get a discount.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank
Thank you
you.
much.
Bye-bye.
See you there.
Thank you.
And now we are with a phenomenal lady. Her name is Erica Woodbody, better known as Erica Wood. She's a storyteller, and she tells true stories of love. Who wouldn't want to hear a story of love? Right now, let's let Erica tell us about the storytelling event that she's going to have coming up. Hi, Erica. How are you?
I'm fine, Julia.
Okay, good. Thank you for doing the interview with me.
Thank you.
And listen, tell us about this storytelling.
Well, actually, it's not so much my true stories.
Okay.
I want to hear from other people
Okay.
and their true stories of, in this case, this is about being a fool for love. So this is an open mic storytelling event. They're becoming kind of popular in other places and in the city. They're popular, and there's a number of different podcasts that are just dedicated to real people telling stories about their lives. And so I wanted to bring that to this area. And so I'm going to have this open mic storytelling event at 3 o'clock on February 10th at DeWitt's Gourmet, which is at 20 East Cass in Joliet. And people will be able to come, and you can either sign up by emailing sweetsweet@outlook.com. That's SWEETSUITE, or you can just sign up like up to an hour before the event, and then you can come and you have 5 minutes, and you come and tell a true story about being a fool for love. It could be a positive, it could be a negative, just an interesting story about a time that you were a fool for love. And you can also come if you just want to hang out and hear other people tell their stories.
That is going to be interesting. I've never ever been to a storytelling event. And so I am, forgive me, ignorant as to how that event is. Is it in a form of poetry, or how do they do storytelling?
No, it's actually, so I've been to a couple, and I would like for people people generally memorize the story, because we don't want anyone just like reading off of paper.
Yes.
So you practice beforehand, obviously, and you come and you just stand and you just literally tell your story. You try and start with some kind of interesting opener, to get people reeled in.
Right.
And then you tell the details, and then at the end, it helps to sometimes go back to maybe that opener as like a closing. If people go to Sweet Sweet Confectionery on Facebook, I have some helpful hints and some storytelling tips and some different websites you can go to see examples of what it's like.
Okay.
Yeah. I remember, and what really got me motivated, if I can tell the story.
Ahead, please.
So I have been listening to storytelling podcasts on like a public radio, and then I saw this one for African American millennials were having a storytelling event in Chicago. And I went, and it was, I'm not millennial, but it was right. Okay, but it was younger, young people,
Right.
African American people getting up and telling stories about their lives.
And it's true. And
True
they're
stories,
true.
right? It was true stories about their lives. A lady tell a story about meeting a man and ending up carrying twins.
Wow.
Being pregnant with this man and carrying his twins, and the man, didn't want anything to do with her. So then she's raising the children as a single mom, and how hard that is.
Wow.
There were men who told stories, about things in their lives. So, there's a lot of different topics. This one happens to be focused on love because it is February.
Yeah.
But it's basically, think of an interesting love story in your life, practice it, memorize it, and come and just relax and
What
tell
a way
people
to
your story.
release. What a way
Yeah.
to release.
Yeah.
To put a part of your life, be it a happy part or a sad part,
Right.
to be able to put it in a story and share it.
Right.
What a way to release. This is going to be awesome.
I think it can. I think it will be. I'm also gonna have like a little. I believe I'm trying to have a selfie wall where like you can take selfies of yourself, I'm trying to put together some other things too, and because I do make confections, I will be selling like nice boxes of chocolate and things like that there. If you wanted to buy something at that point for your sweetheart, and also some little snacks to eat at the moment.
And this is going to be when?
This is February 10th, 3 p.m. February 10th, so 2 weeks basically. It's a Sunday, 2 weeks from yesterday.
Okay.
I can say.
Yeah.
But
All right.
yeah. 3 o'clock, DeWitt's Gourmet,
Okay. And
downtown
DeWitt's,
Joliet.
DeWitt's Gourmet is downtown Joliet. For those of you that was familiar with Jane's Cheesecake, it is in that exact location.
Mm-hmm.
And so come down, tell your story, and get sweetened up.
I like that.
So if they wanted to contact you, Erica, with more information or
Mhm.
just sign up for the storytelling, could you give them a
Yeah.
contact number again?
Again, so you can email, if you're interested in being a storyteller, you can email sweetsweet@outlook.com. That's SWEETSUITE@outlook.com. Or you can also go to the Sweet Sweet Confectionery Facebook page, and you can find more information there. If you just want to talk to someone, you give me, about it. You give me a call at 815-981-2744, and I can always give you more information.
Okay. Now, in the storytelling, what is the most touching about it that you encountered or that you've seen?
Well, I just think because you realize like your story is not, you're not alone, like that sometimes what you've gone through as a single mother, because I'm a single mother, so you can connect with people because you realize a lot of other people go through that too, that and so it's a chance to connect with someone else and feel like I'm not so alone. And
I love the fact that the men are telling their
Yeah.
story because men, we're not supposed to talk about that. We're supposed to macho and hold it in. But I really like it that they open up and they tell their story because it makes us realize that they have feelings too.
Yeah.
Because we want men to be macho,
Right.
but men are human
Yes.
as well,
They are.
and they have emotions and feelings and we hurt them.
Yeah.
So,
yes, I'm definitely, I know that this tends to be something women are a little more interested in, but I would
Yes.
love for men to come out and just tell an
Absolutely.
honest story. We're looking for it to be, this is not a kid-friendly event, so this is for adults, but at the same time, I'm not looking for an excessive amount of profanity, I understand you may use some curse words,
Yeah.
but I'm looking for it to be, I don't know what the word, but
PG.
PG. I'd say PG or
Yeah.
PG-13 at
Yeah.
most. I'm not looking.
Right.
We're not looking for rated R. So
Yeah, absolutely rated R. And your story is your passion. And whatever your passion is about what has happened in your life that you may want to share with others in a story form, this is the perfect opportunity to do it. Or if not, come and listen to other people's story because that may help you realize that whatever your situation is, you are not alone in it. And there are other people that are in that same situation, maybe some worse, maybe some not. But we are never alone in our struggles. Although it feels like that. We're going through it. We all feel like we're alone. But we're not. I think this is awesome. I think this is a brand new piece of art that's coming right here to the city of Joliet. And I thank you for bringing that here. That's awesome. And I look forward to coming and hearing or maybe even telling my own story.
I look forward to hearing.
All right. So is there anything else that you would like our listening audience to know?
No, I want you to come out whether you have a story or not, and it's a Sunday afternoon. Come out and enjoy yourself. We'll have, like I said, snacks you can buy, a selfie wall. Just hang out. Come hang out.
Yeah, and anyone can come.
Oh, yes. And just the cover charge is $5.
Okay.
And if this proves to be something that a lot of people are interested in, then there'll be other themes. So if you're not into the love thing, there'll be other themes that we do at other points.
Oh, like my car. Like my car. Awesome. So the cover charge is $5 to get in. Now, did I hear you say that you make something, sweets or something?
Yes. So I have sweet confectionery. I make sweets on the side. So I make.
Okay.
So if you go to the sweet confectionery Facebook page, you also see what I make. I make cupcake bouquets, candies. I sell things sometimes at farmers markets and fairs in the summer.
Wow, cupcake bouquets, like flower, like
They look like
cupcakes?
flowers, but they're
Really?
mini cupcakes.
Wow, I
Yeah.
have got to see that. So you have a photo of that on your page.
Oh, that's on my Facebook
All right,
page,
so
yes.
go to that page and look at some of her creative work. I know I am. I've not seen it, but that sounds very interesting. So once again, thank you so much, Erica, for
Thank
what
you.
you're bringing to the city of Joliet. And I know we're going to love this. So come out and support this event. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
And now we have the prestigious, phenomenal Wayne McNair, one of the best photographers in the city of Joliet. Wayne, you are everywhere,
Yes.
all over the place, and we want to salute you on Black History Month. Just what you've given, the snapshots that you've given to the city of Joliet. Tell us a little bit about you, Wayne, and about how you got started in photography.
Well, thank you for the kind words, but
You're welcome.
the way that it started was when I had my daughter. When I first had my daughter, I left the camera bag or the camera in the camera bag at the mall. So when we went back to see if we could find the camera bag or the baby bag, I'm sorry, it wasn't in there. So what I had to do was I talked to my wife. I said, you know what, maybe I should just buy a real nice camera since we had our first baby. And I went and bought one. And I had been working construction. So I was just kind of doing photography a little bit on the side at the church and everything. And I ended up getting hurt on my job. And when I went to the doctor said that you can't go back to construction because the injury was too rough. So I had two options on the table that I was looking at, either photography or being a culinary artist, because I love to cook too. So I decided to do photography because I was already kind of dipping and dabbing in it. So I ended up buying a nice camera and started doing that. And people started asking me to do jobs and they were paying me. And I'm like, man, I can really start a business like this. So I started my company like 10 years ago. My daughter was about 2 years old. She's 12 right now. So I started the business about 10 years ago, and it just kept growing. And you know, God blessed me to be able to do it full time. This is my only job. It's been keeping me staying busy. So you know, a lot of support from the community. People call me. I got a lot of repeat business.
Right.
Just working with like organizations, churches, all type of events, weddings, sports. Through my kids, I do a lot of sports because of them. I've just been staying busy, so God has really blessed me.
Well, photography it's an art. It's certainly an art. There are different filters to give you softness, you know, and hardness and all that stuff. So now, did you ever go to school for it, or you just learned that trade as you went along?
Well, I actually went to school. I went to Prairie State in Chicago Heights. They have a phenomenal sport photography program. So I went there about 2 years. I did it. And I learned a lot through them, especially through, you know, in this day and age, you know, taking the pictures is the easy part. I tell people all the time. It's the editing. When I'm at home working on pictures that I've taken, that's where the work comes in. So, but my goal always was honestly to just capture images the way that they are. I didn't want to try to do too much manipulation. I wanted everything to feel natural.
Yeah, and that's awesome, and I can attest to that because even when I do shoots and I look for backgrounds, you know, people don't realize that when you're placing them in a place, you're looking at what's behind them. They don't think of that, but us that does camera work, we often think of that. Well, I know that I spoke of you. It was about maybe 7 years ago when I did my Black History program, and as we know, Matthews Studio was the first African American studio here in the city of Joliet, and I spoke of them opening the doors for like Wayne McNair, David White, or Tori McGee, and all the other great photographers that we have here. But I do want to say to you, as they said out there, we see you. Your work is not in vain,
I really
and
appreciate
it's not unnoticed. And I've encountered you many places. And hope that you've taken a picture of me every time.
Yes,
No?
I'll make sure I focus on that too.
Okay, but I've seen your work. I go on your Facebook page. I look at your work. Your work is phenomenal. So we want to thank you, as I said before, for snapshotting the city of Joliet.
Yes.
And for putting us in the camera's eye.
And I appreciate that, and I'll do my best to hold the mantle, like you said, some of the pioneers in photography. I never met the guy from Matthew Studios, but I work with David White, Torrey.
Absolutely.
A lot of those guys have really been doing this for a long time, letting us know that you can actually have a career in it.
Absolutely, mentoring.
Yes,
and
yes.
that's what and that's what it's all about. You know, we our strength is in one another. And we steal from one another. So God bless you,
God bless you
on your trail, and we hope to see more of Wayne McNear's.
And thank you for what you do as well.
You're welcome. Thank you. Absolutely. Like I just told, I think it was Mayor, it ain't easy being chief.
No, it's not. And you've been doing it for a while, so.
Yeah, since 1995.
95,
And
wow. That's when I graduated.
and I love it. Is it?
Yeah.
And I love it. And there's still more to learn.
It is.
You know, I am. God has sent some wonderful people in my life that is really motivating me and encouraging me and helping me.
Okay.
So I thank God for that.
All right.
All right. Thank you, Wayne.
Thank you. I appreciate
God
it.
bless you.
God bless you.
And now we have Mr. and Mrs. Cicero. They are phenomenal people that has given back to the city of Joliet in such a phenomenal way. We're going to start off with Mr. Cicero, and we're going to talk a little bit about the business that he has, as well as going to his wife, and talk about the many things that she's done to contribute to the city of Joliet, as well as being a nurse. Girl, I don't want to get sick. No, as well as being a nurse. I know, right? And so let's start off with Mr. Cicero. Hi, Mr. Cicero. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing well, Julie.
Okay, good.
Yes,
Good.
I'm doing well, doing wonderful.
Tell us about your business. We know that you run a business, and tell us about being the owner and operator of that business.
Sure, Multicultural Real Communications. We're a consulting, speaking, training, facilitation company for 24 years.
Wow.
Yes, and the focus areas in the realm of diversity and inclusion, leadership development, team building, conflict resolution, service excellence, stress management, and motivational speaking.
Oh, well,
Right.
I meet you. I'm going to hire you later. No.
Right. The unique thing is that all of those realms touch us in many different ways and assist us in how do we interact with people, how do we build healthier, more respectful, more productive relationships, and then in the workplace, how can we be more productive and have a greater quality of work life.
So let me ask you, what do you find most gratifying about the type of work that you do?
Well, being able to impact people's lives and impact culture of organizations, you know, and because it's so important. A big part of people's time is spent in the workplace, and so if I can bring tools and skills and strategies and knowledge and awareness that assist people in doing what they do, then I know I'm making a difference.
Absolutely. So now you not only do this for maybe like employees or co-workers, you also do this on the upper level administration, is right?
Absolutely. Leadership on a leadership level is where we work to develop strategy and vision and then gain commitment so that the rest of the organization and people will follow and have confidence in those who are leading.
Absolutely.
They might even start to like the people who lead if the people who lead are doing the things that they need to do to lead.
Absolutely. And we find that, you know, that old saying, no one likes the boss. But I look at it this way, the boss, only one person deals with the boss. The boss deals with a whole lot of different other attitudes, personalities. So until you step in those shoes, you really don't understand what it takes to keep an organization going, try to keep a balance, so to speak.
Totally.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So I mean, unless you stepped in those shoes, we're talking about empathy to some degree.
Yes.
And even if this isn't your job role, like how would you handle it? What would you do if you're in that role? It's a lot of responsibility. There's a lot of ownership that you have to take in a leadership role, but other people have to keep an open mind, have a willingness to engage. I say that on all levels. We need a willingness to engage, and then we need to go from that willingness, we need to go to communication, and that leads us to understanding. And so I think understanding is huge.
Absolutely. It's
Because,
that thing.
yeah,
In all
people
you're getting, get an understanding.
get an understanding. Now we get biblical, right? Absolutely. But you know, where people can accept that which they understand.
Yes.
It's hard to accept something if you don't understand
You
it.
are so
How are these
correct.
decisions being made? Who has thought about how they impact me and my life and us as colleagues and workers?
And Mr. Cicero, would you say that in order for you to understand, you'd have to have somewhat of an open mind?
Oh, absolutely.
Because they're you know,
Yes.
some people's minds are so closed until they block that understanding.
Totally.
So,
Yes.
Wow. So
That'll-
let me
yeah.
ask you this: what made you decide to take this path?
Well, you know, I have a marketing background through, you know, my college degree,
Okay.
and it was always about meeting the needs of customers. What happened was an opportunity arose at the University of Chicago in the medical center, and I went for the opportunity to become a trainer.
Okay.
And I had not thought about doing that, but it becomes now meet the needs of the client. So I have that marketing piece I bring in, and then I was able to develop in the different areas, and I had that, you know, real great interest and passion for. And then lo and behold, I found out that passion is so closely linked to my purpose in life. So that then it just becomes a natural field for me to be in, that I love to do what I do.
All right, and that's what makes it even good when you love doing what you're doing, and you're using lo and behold, but I'm saying look at Christ.
All right, that's it.
Look at
I'm
God.
on board. I'm on board.
He does not make
Look
any
at God.
mistakes, and
Look
he
at
places
God.
us where He wants us to be.
Hey.
And He's done that, and you are obedient to Him.
Yes.
And that's why you love it, and that's why you're excelling in it. Now I
Thank
know
you.
that you've spoken many places. You've done many seminars. So let the listening audience know if they need your services, how to contact you.
Oh, okay, wonderful. Well, I could be reached www, our website, multiculturalreal.com, and that's multiculturel.com, and that's our website. And then from there, email is on there, phone number, and be happy to just have a conversation.
Just have a conversation,
All
you
right.
guys. You heard Mr. Cicero.
Okay.
Give him a call. Awesome work doing in the community, in the city, right here in the city of Joliet. Now we're going to move over to your wife, another phenomenal person that's doing awesome work. Now I know that you are a registered nurse.
Yes, I am.
You are very active in your church. The both of you are. You're very active in your church.
Yes.
You work. You're active in the National Hookup of Black Women.
Yes.
So let's talk a little bit about you, Tara. Now I know from your background, I don't know your parents, but I know her parents. And I know they are supporters and pushers,
Yes.
and they love their children very much.
Absolutely.
And that's none other than my neighbors, Doris and Cal Bruton, and they're just wonderful people. So I can
Yes.
see where you get.
Thank
all
you
that
very
have
much.
from. So let's talk a little bit about you, Tara, and your giving back to the community.
Okay, so as you mentioned, I'm a registered nurse.
Yes.
I spent the majority of my career, you heard my husband mention the University of Chicago is actually where we connected at as well.
really?
And then I came back to the Joliet area, just even giving back to my community and being able to serve the people of my community, which I love. I'm at Presence Health in the Surgical Services Department, endoscopy. So I really enjoyed that. I really enjoy connecting with the patients, helping them to reduce any fears that they may have going into a procedural area, giving them a smiling and a connecting face, just to be able to kind of help them relax before they go into something. And so I'm excited about that, and I enjoy the work that I do as a registered nurse, and also too being able to share those healthcare expertise and different things with my family or friends whenever they have questions, or being able to help neighbors or anyone that that God allows me to, help in that area.
So I'm going to ask you the same that I asked your husband. What is the most gratifying of what you do? And I already think I hear the answer, but let the listening audience know.
One of the most gratifying things that I do, especially nursing wise, is being able to, I know that people are private about two things, their health and their finances. And that's across the board. So when people are able to come into my room and feel comfortable, all the way from any high executives, which I've had, until just a regular person like you and I, and to be able to have that trust in me and to know that they'll be well taken care of, is close to my heart.
Right, right.
And to know that they're coming out of a procedure safely and that I'm able to monitor that, that's what I'm thankful for.
And having you there with that
Yeah.
tired smile going in, that tired smile, and they come out and wake up. And that is what one should be thankful for.
Yes.
To know, number one, that people believe in you and they trust you.
Yes.
And to know, number two, that you can deliver the goods that people are expecting you to deliver. And I think that's what both of you all are doing right here in the city of Joliet. You know, I've heard
Thank you.
and seen so much of you all. Now, do you do seminars or workshops on health or anything like that?
Yes, I've been called on to do several different speaking engagements, but my focus outside of that is stress management.
Oh, wow.
So I do focus on stress management within our community, with our abroad, actually, you know, but especially with women and stress management. As far as us, you know yourself, Julie, just
Yes.
so many hats that we
Yes.
wear as women, and just trying to find the word balance
Yeah.
in all of that. So God has just kind of put me in that space to kind of just talk more and more about that. So anytime that door opens up with stress management or anything about health related to that, I'm excited to do that.
Wow. Okay, Tara, and as I stated, I know that you are deeply involved in the National Hookup of Black Women, and I know that you've done workshops and seminars for them on health care. So let's talk a little bit about the Hookup of Black Women, and then what programs do they have coming up?
For the National Hookup of Black Women, I recently became a member in 2018, and before that, I've supported their events. I know my mother's highly involved there, and they are a wonderful organization. So for any woman wanting to be involved in the mission of women and their families, and just the support around the community that the National Hookup of Black Women give, a phenomenal organization and group of women to be a part of. And on February 16th, there will be a teen summit, ages 13 to 17. Also, if you have a young child that you think they're mature enough and they're in their 12, and if a student is 18 and they're still in school, they are also still welcome. But it will be at our national headquarters there on Richard Street, at the new headquarters at the old Oak Valley School in the Sugar Creek area. So please bring out any teen, and it's going to be a wonderful Saturday. We welcome them.
Okay. Tara, if anyone wanted to know more information, you know, time or what have you, how could they find out?
They can go on the National Hookup of Black Women website, and all those details will be there, along with any other upcoming events that we have.
Okay. So
Yes.
if someone wanted to hire you, I need...
I don't know a person that doesn't do stress management.
Absolutely, and I'm not
And
talking
so,
about
yes.
squeezing a ball. I need
Right.
deep down.
Yeah, so just some
I need
stress
some deep
management.
down stuff. So please give them a number that they can reach out to you.
Well, I have actually just my email address,
That's
actually,
fine.
and that is Blessed Daily,
Wow.
BLESSED Daily, the number 1 at yahoo.com.
Okay.
Blessed Daily 1.
Blessed Daily, number 1. Your Blessed Daily 1
Yes.
at yahoo.com. Please, for those of you companies, managers, co-workers, you may need this service, you know, so that you can have a better surrounding.
Yes.
And with less stress. And so this couple, they are phenomenal, and they are here to take care of all of your needs. So call on the Ciceros if you should need them. They both given you their information. And I thank you guys
Thank you,
for
Julie.
doing this interview with Julie Alexander on Be Informed for our spotlights on Black history.
All
And I
right.
couldn't have picked a better couple
Thank
to
you very
spotlight
much.
on this day. So God bless you.
God bless you also.
Yes, everybody
Thank
have
you.
a wonderful
Thank
Black
you.
History
Take
Month.
care
and
Have
thank
a
you so
wonderful Black
much.
History Month.
Absolutely.
Yes.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hi, I'm Julia Alexander, and this is Be Informed. It's Black History Month, and I have a series of Black entrepreneurs, business people that I will be interviewing on today. I happen to have with me a phenomenal young lady on today, and we're going to introduce you to her right now. Hello.
Hello, Julia.
How are you?
Good.
All right, could you tell the listening audience who you are and what you do?
Absolutely.
Okay.
My name is Attorney Colette Safford. I am an attorney here in Joliet at Oderkirk Allred & Associates. I'm located at 58 East Clinton Street, Suite 500, right upstairs on the 5th floor.
Okay, Colette, and now that you have that information, let's find out a little bit about Colette. Colette, we want to know, who are you? Where do you come from? Do you have children? Are you married? Tell us your life. Tell us a little bit about you.
Sure, Julia.
Okay.
So I'm born and raised in Chicago.
Uh-huh.
I went to school there. I've been a Will County resident since 2011.
Okay.
I describe myself as multifaceted.
Absolutely. Okay.
The reason I say that is, as I stated before, I am a licensed attorney here in Illinois. Prior to that, I did work as a licensed funeral director and embalmer. I also come from the real estate world and also the business world.
Okay, wow.
Besides that, I am an avid sports fan.
Wow.
I love to travel. I do have a family. I do